And we are rolling on May 30th at UCLA, where it's a beautiful day. The sunshine is not shining, but it's still a beautiful day. And we are, do we have a timer?
Yep.
And we are about to hear a persuasive speech from Louisa, who stands in the power position, managing attention, saying to herself as she looks around the room, I respect my audience, and she really means it. Finding friendly eyes near the front and the center. Say your name, feel the love. Start your speech.
Hi, I'm Louisa.
Hi, Louisa.
You need to associate with people who inspire you, people who challenge you to rise higher, people who make you better. Don't waste your valuable time on people who are not adding to your growth. Your destiny is too important. Joel Osteen. Today I want to persuade you to surround yourself with positive people. I'll give you two reasons why, some concrete actions and benefits that will result if you accept my proposal. I believe that surrounding ourselves with positive people is something that is extremely vital to our journey to becoming the best version of ourselves. Our mindsets and values are greatly impacted by those we surround ourselves with, and that is why I believe that we should strive to surround ourselves with people who will only bring us up. The first reason that I think that we should surround ourselves with positive people is because our friends shape who we are. Psychologists have come to the conclusion that friends impact a child's behavior greater than parents do. Judith Rich Harris says that a child who's raised in a disciplined household has the same chance of becoming a tearaway as a child raised in a chaotic home if surrounded by unruly classmates at a young age.
I feel disappointed about
I feel
this.
disappointed when I watch people go down the wrong path simply because they're surrounding themselves with the wrong crowd. I believe that our friends truly shape who we are, and that is why we should surround ourselves with solely positive people.
Good.
The second reason that I believe that we should surround ourselves with positive people is because I can truly say that I'm a better person because of my friends. Growing up, I have learned that it's not worth it to be friends with someone who is not personally inspiring you or pushing you to be better. I've had many friends who are selfish and only have their best interest in mind. They don't care who they have to hurt or step over as long as they themselves benefit. Our friends are there to bring us up, not tear us down, and that is why I have learned to not be afraid to distance myself from people who only add negativity into my life. This is why I want you all, a lot of my friends now have traits that I admire, and this pushes me to be a better person. When I take a step back and look at my life, I feel happy because I know that I am surrounded purely by love and positive energy. This is why I want to encourage you all to distance yourself from the negative people in your life and only surround yourself with positive people. Third, I'm going to provide you with concrete ideas that you can take. First, be genuine. Do not pretend to be someone who you are not, just so people will like you.
Good.
You can attract positive people into your life if you are yourself and you are confident in who you are. Second, reevaluate who you spend most of your time with. Ask yourself if your friends support you. Do they make you feel good about yourself? Do they make you feel like you can achieve your goals? If the answer to these questions are yes, then make the effort to keep them in your life. If the answer is no, then make a commitment to yourself to go outside of your circle of friends and find people who will positively impact you. Lastly, do not be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Oftentimes, people we meet unexpectedly have the ability to change our lives greatly. And if we step outside our comfort zone, we can experience new things and meet new people that can potentially add positivity into our lives. When you do these actions, I can guarantee that there will be many benefits. You will not feel weighed down by negativity. Instead, you will attract positive people into your life who will push you to be better.
In summary,
I've shown you I've told you 2 reasons why that you should surround yourself with positive people. I've given you concrete actions you can take and benefits that will result. There should be no doubt in this room that you should surround yourself with positive people. As Joel Osteen said, don't waste your time with people who are not adding to your growth. Who we become as people often is impacted by who we surround ourselves with. And that is why we should make the conscious effort to surround ourselves with people who will bring us up. Thank you.
Thank you.
427.
427? Thank you for timing. Did we start over here last time? No. Okay. Rock and roll.
Hi, I'm Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea.
I really liked your speech. It was a really relatable topic. You had a really clear roadmap, and you spoke clearly and good, and you had a good intro and a great type. So, you had a great speech.
Were you in the room?
I was listening to the whole thing outside.
Great. Improvement.
Hi, I'm Alan.
Hi, Alan.
It was tough to go first. I could see that. You have to kind of set the standard. I think it was just, you didn't have as much time as some of the other people will. So just obviously, if you had a little bit more time, it just did more flow, would have been better. But overall, you still knew the speech. It was really good.
Louisa. You quote a lot of people. We call that argument from authority. But in order, and this is not just for Louisa, but for the rest of you, if you're going to quote Joe or Osteen or other people, say who they are, right?
Yeah.
So they have credibility. So if you don't have your qualifications of your sources on your page, write them in now so you remember to put them in when you speak your speech. You started with a very inspiring and I think correct observation about how to live your life. You need to associate with people that inspire you, people that challenge you to raise higher, people that make you better. Don't waste your valuable time with people that are not adding to your growth. Your destiny is too important. Okay, a little slower, so it's a pretty pithy quote, a little slower so it sinks in. Who's Joel Osteen? No clue. Okay. When you have or find a quote, then do the research on the internet and find out who he is. He happens to be a preacher and a human potential, kind of like a power positive thinking psychologist, religious guy. Okay, I happen to know that just because students use him all the time as in their quotes. He has great quotes. Okay, your thesis, perfect. Your SIG statement, good. Your first reason, friends shape who we are. You quoted Judith Rich Harris. Who's she?
She's a psychologist.
Mm-hmm. So say, psychologist Judith Rich Harris. See how that gives us a little more credibility? Mm-hmm. Said in 217, real recent evidence, see? That gives it more credibility. And I like that you kept in the feeling state that you added there, and I feel disappointed when people go down the wrong path, and that was good. On your second reason, you said you've had selfish friends. I was looking for a good, quick, short story there of someone that did something or something that could have been perfect for there, see, that you could have brought in, and that would have been good. And then you pointed out that you have transformed and changed and surround yourself with people that you admire. And so that was a good transformation. Just a story there for a little more support would have buttressed your argument, see? On your concrete actions, they were all good and consistent with what you were trying to persuade people to do. Saying the mantra respect is a step in the right direction of being genuine. And I think that it's always good to reevaluate the people that you spend a lot of time with to see if they're bringing you up or dragging you down, as you say. And finally, you talked about people, don't be afraid to go outside your comfort zone. Quick little story where you have done it, would have been compelling evidence. You had a little time, so. You did have the benefits to your actions. Most people leave that out. So you had the benefits for your audience if they take these actions, and that was good. Summary was good. Your tie-back was good. You tied back to our buddy Joe Olstein, and that was well done. When I was a teenager, I went through a phase where I brought home some really surly-looking people. And my father took me aside and he said, these aren't the kind of people you should be hanging out with. And I said, yeah, well, why not? And he says, because if you lie down with dogs, you're going to get fleas. And I thought that I've remembered that quote for a long time, and I think there's something to that, that people's goodness and badness tends to rub off on us. So, I think that's kind of your thesis, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your canines. Speak slower. Use your hands to speak and show more emotions. How did it go?
I think that I could work on showing more emotion still. Also, like, using my hands, I don't know, like, I was trying to do it, but I don't know if it was, like, not genuine.
It's getting better, yes.
Speaking slower, I think this was probably my longest speech, so.
So you slowed down.
Yeah.
Good. Your attempt to show emotions, when you said, I feel stressed, I feel frustrated, when you put those lines in, those were entrees into you doing felt sensing and really remembering that you really do feel stressed and upset when people do these kinds of things. And that helps you make a stronger and more important emotional connection. Now, if we were to talk about how to make this speech more sticky, did you have a simple message? Think so? Okay. What was unexpected in this speech?
I think I could have probably incorporated something that was more unexpected. I don't really know.
Okay. Well, as I told you in the class, I want you to go through the sticky paradigm before you present your speech. And make sure you have a simple message. You have something structured in there that's unexpected, especially on a point where you really want your audience's attention. Because unexpectedness gives the audience really a great amount of attention, see. Was it concrete and not too abstract? I think so. I think you were in that realm. Credibility? Had a little problem with you not fully citing the sources when you made an argument from authority. You were credible. We all believed you. You seemed sincere. So that was good. And, so on that level, it was fine. And then finally, we want stories and more stories, right? So remember, success. So run your speech by SUCCESS before you deliver it. And if you don't have enough stories in there or whatever, put more in. But overall, for going first, you did a wonderful job. Thank you. Okay, it's now time for us to hear from Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea. Your self-evaluation here. Praise the Lord. And she used the Chicago style of footnoting. Good job, good job, good job. Okay. Tav, take a half step forward, please. Yeah. Oh, could you move that podium is showing up in an ugly way? Could you move that more into the, yeah, like that, yeah. More into the corner. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Chelsea stands before you managing attention, making sure no one's writing. Computers are closed, phones are away. Computer closed, all the way. Thank you. Communicating respect non-verbally, saying to yourself, I really respect my audience. Finding friendly eyes near the front and the center. Say your name, feel the love. Start your speech.
Hi, my name is Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea.
How often do we hear the words, live in the now, live in the moment, be present? Yet how often do we actually take this advice? In our daily lives, we constantly let ourselves be overwhelmed, and we lack caring for our minds. And I think it is very important for us to care for not only our bodies and our souls, but also for our minds, and it has the ability to change our lives on many spectrums. Today I want to persuade you to care for your minds. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you should care for your minds, some concrete actions you can take, and some benefits that will follow if you accept my proposal. The reason, unfortunately, the 3rd leading cause of death in America is suicide, according to Be Friendly organization, an organization that helps people become more aware of mental health issues. And I think that this topic is very significant because too often do we let ourselves be consumed by emotional pain or overwhelmed by problems or academia that we don't give the proper awareness to our minds and the importance it has in our life.
Good.
The first reason I want to persuade you to care for your mind is that according to the National Medicine Journal of America, suicide, the first attempt at suicide is never predictable. And by this it means that we let ourselves be overwhelmed by things constantly, but we never see the effect it is having on us. And so when people become depressed and they fall into a very dark place, they don't realize it until the last moment when the only solution seems to be suicide. And I feel that this isn't not enough light is shed on this subject, and it needs to be. And I know personally I had a friend who attempted suicide, and none of us ever saw it coming, and it was a great surprise for me and for her family. And when I was at the hospital visiting her, I was just so afraid that I wasn't open enough with myself and letting her know that I was there for her. The second reason I want to persuade you to care for your mind is that isolation is unhealthy. According to the U.S. National Medicine Journal, isolation is one of the symptoms that leads to suicidal thoughts and or suicide. When we isolate ourselves, we lose the opportunity to form new relationships that can help us get out from those dark places we are in. So whenever you're just feeling down or beginning to feel like that, look to someone that you can talk to, anyone, because that's the only way out. Thirdly, I want to provide you some actions that you can take in order to care for your mind. First, just speak to anyone you can whenever you feel like you're becoming overwhelmed or isolated. Talk to a family, a friend, or if you feel more comfortable talking to CAPS, which is a facility on campus that is here just to listen to you and offer some advice, contact them whenever you can. Secondly, give yourself some me time. And by this I mean just take 15 minutes out of your day at least to do something that makes you feel better. You know, go to the gym, write in your journal, color, or watch Netflix, anything. Thirdly, I encourage you to constantly remind yourself that everything is going to be okay, and remind yourself to be present and just to think about where you are now and be grateful for what you have and what you've been given. Moreover, when you have completed these actions, you're not only going to have a great confidence boost in yourself, you're going to feel healthy, feel better, and it's going to be resembled in the rest of your life in anything you do in academia, relationships, and it will prove to be a better lifestyle. In summary, I have given you 2 reasons why you should care for your mind, some concrete actions you should take, and some benefits that will follow if you take this course of action. There should be no doubt in this room that you should care for your mind and be totally aware of living in the present and of the strength you carry within you. It's so hard to constantly live in the now because of a world where we are constantly being pressured to know our future. But I can assure you that if you do it daily and remind yourself, a better lifestyle will follow. Thank you.
Thank you. Time?
4:30.
4:30. Thank you. What did you like?
Hi, I'm Vidya.
Hi, Vidya.
I really like your flow. It seemed to be something like that you were genuine about, that you genuinely cared about. So like it flowed very nicely for you, and that made you more persuasive to me because it was more organic, and I thought you were trying to do that.
Okay. Improvement?
My name is Caesar.
Hi, Caesar.
I like your speech. You had you had everything. You had all the points. I just feel like you could work on your speed that you delivered the speech. I felt like you were rushing at times. That's it.
Thank you, Caesar. Well, Chelsea, you started out with this idea of living in the now, and I didn't know if this was going to be your solution or whether it's the problem that we're always thinking of the future and worrying about something that's already happened instead of being in the present. But nonetheless, that's what you started with. I worried when I heard your thesis, take care of your mind. I wondered if that was going to be too vague, but you managed to operationalize it with your specifics. So it worked out okay. On your significant statement, you talked about suicide being the leading cause of death for young people 15 to 24, and that's nothing to sniff at, and you told us that's from the organization, but you didn't tell us the year, and that would have given it more credibility. I mean, I keep repeating this. Give the full citation as much as you can so we know you're a great researcher, see? On your first reason, you talked about this whole notion of predictability, and you talked about a friend suicide. That was a good story. It would have been enhanced by naming a name if you don't feel comfortable naming her name, call her Susie or whatever, but naming a name in some circumstances. Did she slash her wrist? What did she do? And how did it come out? And how did the follow-up work out? And so forth. Just a little bit more detail in the story, because the story is what, we remember and gets our attention. On your second reason, again, you talked about this whole notion of being isolated, and you said according to the U.S. National Medical Journal, no date, and we need to have a citation. So, like I said to the previous speaker, if you don't have your citation written in, write it in now in your script, so you remember to do it and you don't make the same mistake others made. On your concrete actions, I thought they were good. You talked about people that are available on campus to talk to people. Excellent. Some me time, which is wonderful, 15 minutes to meditate twice a day and to just step off the merry-go-round and to get a little more center to contemplate of what's going on and to, relieve the pressure. Seemed like a good approach. You mentioned in here writing in a journal or doing yoga and that sort of thing. I'm sure you got into your speech. And your last thing is just, even if you are, remember things usually work out and it's going to be okay. So that was okay. When you perform these actions, you said you're going to have more confidence in yourself and all that thing. Remember to say that word benefits. There's going to be great benefits to you. So that's the key word that keys everybody. Oh, there'll be benefits to me? Yeah, great. Your summary was good. Your conclusion was good. And your tie back to the being in the now and so forth was effective. Your can I, don't sway, better hand movement, and more vocal variety. How did it go?
I think I should still work on the swaying, but I think I did it much more last time.
You're doing it now, so just stop. Yeah.
Hand movements, I really tried to use them as much as
Yes,
possible.
it's better.
Vocal variety, like you said, I should probably enhance on certain words, like benefits.
Yeah. On the vocal variety approach, some students yellow keywords in the quotes they're starting out with, the quotes they're reading. Leading cause of death of students 15 to 24. So keyword jump out and stick in an audience's mind, because otherwise, it's the leading cause of death is 4. Okay, I have to pick it out from there. See. So overall, you did a very nice job. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to Sydney. Hi, Sydney. How you doing?
I did staple them together.
Okay, you need the green meanie, huh? Let's see if it's going to act up again. No. Yes. Okay. Okay, you're a little taller, aren't you? Yes. Okay. Sydney stands before you, managing attention, communicating respect. Don't eat that now. Just chill. You don't need beef jerky. Communicate respect non-verbally, finding friendly eyes near the Center, take a half step forward for me, please. Say your name, feel the love, start your speech.
Hi, I'm Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
Before I go into my speech, I want you to take a moment and go back in time. I want you to sit here and think about those elementary school days when your homework assignments and maybe even your class assignments were to draw pictures and to color things. And think about that moment, maybe think about what you drew or how it made you feel. And just keep that in mind. Today, I want to persuade you to incorporate the arts into your lives. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you should incorporate the arts into your lives, and 3 actions you can take to achieve this. I'm telling you this because for me, as a dancer, the arts have really changed my life. They've shaped me into who I am, and they've had such a positive impact on me. And I know that the arts have the same power to impact each and every one of you. The first reason that I want you to incorporate the arts into your lives is because if you do this, it can act as therapy and relieve stress. For me, this is what dance was and always has been. Growing up, especially in high school, I went to a really competitive high school and there was a lot of academic pressure. And a lot of times I had trouble dealing with this pressure. I'd feel really anxious and nervous a lot, and dance was really my way of getting through this. When I got to my studio and I walked in those doors and heard the loud music, I was somehow able to just leave my troubles at the door and not worry about them for those few hours that I was there dancing. And this was really therapeutic to me, and it really helped me pursue and be better in all aspects of my life. And this made me feel overall just happier in every aspect of my life, and this is the first reason that I want you to incorporate the arts into your lives. Now the second reason I want you to incorporate the arts into your lives is because the arts allow you to express yourself. As a dancer, I'm always taking on different characters and expressing my emotions. And this really helped me in my life because when I was younger, as a kid, I was actually pretty shy and pretty quiet. I didn't really want to open up to people or share much with people, but as I got more and more into dance, this started to change. Because I was expressing myself through movement without using words, it became easier to open up to people. And I felt more confident, and I was also happier doing this, and I was able to be much more outgoing with all of my friends. And this just really gave me a confidence boost and made me realize the power that the arts have to change us. And that is the second reason why I want you to incorporate the arts into your lives. Now, I will give you 3 actions that you can take in order to achieve this. First, step into my world and try a dance class. It might seem scary and you might be opposed to this idea, but first of all, if you play any kind of sport, dance can really help you with that, and it's really fun, so you should all try it. Second, go out and explore the museums in Los Angeles. We're so lucky to live in a city, and I'm so lucky to have grown up in this city, where we have incredible access to the arts. If you go downtown, just a short train ride away, you can see LACMA, you can see the Broad, you could go down to the Getty. There's so many things that you can see, and I really encourage you all to go see some art there. But if you can't venture out of this campus, I encourage you to take advantage of the opportunities at UCLA and see a show on campus. There's so many music groups, dance clubs, comedy clubs. There's so many different ways that we can use the arts on campus and see what our fellow students are involving themselves in. And if you take my advice and perform these actions, I know that you will feel happier and you will feel inspired when you see them. And it will just generally improve your way of life. So in total, I have told you 2 reasons why you should incorporate the arts into your lives, and 3 actions you can take to achieve this. There should be no doubt in this room that you all should incorporate the arts into your lives after hearing my speech. So now I want you to go back and think back to that memory of when you were in elementary school, just drawing pictures with your friends, and realize that through activities like this, the arts are embedded in us from a young age. And it's in all of us, and it's up to us as young adults to continue this and bring the arts into our lives as we get older. So I hope that after the speech is over and after you leave this classroom today, you'll go out and in some way that I've suggested, you will bring the arts into your life, because I know that it will really benefit you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're here, yeah. Mr. Jerky.
Professor, can I actually do the improvement?
Certainly. Let's have Ms. Mononucleosis come forward.
Hi, I'm Kiara.
Hi.
I really liked your speech. I thought it was very genuine because you really did share stories of your life. I thought your flow was nice, and yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah. Shared personal stuff that you shared with the students. Okay, let's hear from Moses and his improvement.
Hi, my name is Moses.
Hi, Moses.
I think I can say like you were really perfect. Like you were really good at stepping to the left and to the right, eye contact, hand gestures. Everything was perfect. I volunteered to give you improvement because I really liked your speech. I think if you just work on your tone. Like I think your tone was actually better when you gave us 3 steps, like 3 like things we can do. But when you're giving us like 2 reasons why we should do it, your tone was almost the same. If you can just like give some emphasis on certain things, when you're talking about when you were sad, when you were happy, that can really make your speech much better.
The time was 5:32.
5:32. Okay. All right. Well, Sydney, let us talk about your speech. Very thoughtful and creative, and I thought it was clearly something that you cared about, and that came through nicely. You started with a sort of a close your eyes and remember elementary school when we were all playing with crayons and having fun, and you tied back to that, and so that worked. You said incorporate the arts into your lives, and again I thought maybe this was going to be too abstract, but then you got concrete in your actions, so that seemed to work out. 2 reasons and 3 actions. So the thesis was fine. The SIG statement, I was worried it was too much on you, but then you shifted at the end to say, and the same benefits can come from the audience, so that was good. So good. Well, your first reason was that it can serve as therapy and relieve stress. And your evidence here was you went to a competitive high school and things were tough, and then you walked through the doors and the beat and so forth relieved you, and it was very therapeutic, and this made you feel happy. I said, okay, that's fine for one of these. We were looking for some evidence from the deep internet somewhere in this speech, right? So I was waiting for it to come in the second one, but because there is good stuff out there about the arts relieving stress, helping kids do better in school, and all kinds of positive studies and things that are out there. Okay. On your second reason was to express yourself, and you then again used your own personal example, which was excellent, and as your support, and it was good support, and you shared your personal, private feelings about dance, and so that was fine. But again, we didn't have any evidence from the deep internet. On the proposed actions, you said take a dance class, and that sounded great. I thought, did you need to say something to the guys? Did you mean guys too take a dance class? And maybe you needed to say something, even you guys can take a dance class, or something like that. I had a speech in another one of my classes where the young lady was urging people to do self-breast examinations, and she was saying, you guys think this isn't for you. You have mothers and sisters, and men get breast cancer too, so listen up, guys. You know, so maybe you needed to play that in a little bit. Visit museums. You mentioned the Broad, the Getty, and LACMA. That was good. Maybe if you mentioned a particular exhibit you saw, that would be good. What I liked about all of your actions, what I liked about them was that they were very specific to your audience, and they were things that they could do around here. So I thought you really tailored them well to your audience. Fourth, you said you'll feel inspired. I would like the word benefits, but inspired works okay. Summary, conclusion, and tieback were all fine. Big problem was, though, I needed some research on this speech. That's what part of the speech was looking at. Your goal, Kanais, was to have more vocal variety, to be natural, and don't go overtime. How'd it go?
Well, I went overtime, so
Yes, you did.
that didn't go well. But
Okay. Well, you had a lot to say.
yeah, I guess I went over because I was passionate about it. So I think
Yeah.
I was able to show that I was passionate about the topic, and like Moses said, I think it was maybe patchy in places, and I could have been better in some parts of the speech, and then I did well in other parts.
Right. Yes.
But
I think I agree a little bit with Moses that your vocal variety was a little better in some sections than in others. Let's look at the stickiness of the speech. It was a pretty simple message. What did you structure into this that was unexpected?
I tried to make the intro and tie back feel kind of unexpected and
Different.
really bring the audience into it, which I feel like
Okay.
is not often done.
Okay. Again, folks, try to really come up with something weird or different for your unexpectedness that will really grab them and draw attention in a very weird and exciting sort of way. And the emotional connection. How'd that go? What were you thinking of doing there to make an emotional connection with your audience?
I mean, I was just trying to personally think about what dance as like an art has done for me and try and relay that to the audience.
Remember the emotion it produced in you and share that. That's good, and that's fine. Okay, that's bad. I should be shot. Okay, good. Yes, sorry, I can't talk now. Okay, and then finally, concrete, abstract. It was pretty concrete, and the only thing is credibility of the evidence. We had a problem there with the lack of evidence. Okay, but other than that, you got it done, Sydney. Thank you very much. Okay, that will bring us to Brian Fuente. Yes, absolutely. That's why I bring it. Bring the green, Mimi. I gotta get new staples though. Okay, Brian stands before you. He's reading. Now he's yawning. Managing attention, communicating respect non-verbally, finding friendly eyes near the front and the center. Say your name, feel the love. Start your speech.
Hi, my name is Brian.
Hi, Brian.
You love yourself. I love myself. I think we all love ourselves, right? So I believe that love should be demonstrated by maintaining a healthy lifestyle through diet and exercise. Today I'm going to persuade you on how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, and I'm going to tell you 2 reasons on why you should maintain a healthy lifestyle, and offer actions and benefits that will follow if you adopt my proposal. My grandmother, she recently passed away, and she passed away due to complications in her body because of diabetes. And I don't think that any of us actually want to experience a death like that. I think that the best way to die is naturally in your sleep. I think we can all agree on that. And so I know that none of us can control our fate and none of us can control the cause of our death, but we could do the best in our power to prevent that from happening, to prevent those risks of diseases. And so I'm going to tell you the first reason on why we should maintain a healthy lifestyle, being in order to prevent diseases. And so, according to the CDC in 2014, the leading causes of death in the United States was because of heart diseases and cancer, contributing to more than 500,000 deaths that year. And so that's pretty shocking in my opinion, because heart diseases, cancer, those are really deadly diseases that for those people that experience it, it's really harsh for them for the things that they have to go through. But the causes of them are much worse. According to my physiological science professor at UCLA, Professor Esden, he says that the causes of these deaths are due to eating junk food, where eating a lot of French fries, it's bad because it contains the chemical acrylamide, which increases your risk of cancer. And as a person who's ate a lot of French fries, especially since a young age, and I was really shocked the first time that I read the warning label at McDonald's saying, warning, these chemicals may contain a chemical known to cause cancer, birth defects. I was really scared and paranoid, and ever since I try to avoid French fries as much as possible. And other things such as tobacco, they can cause respiratory diseases, strokes, diabetes. Those were all contributing factors to the deaths in 2014. And they're still contributing now, and they're going up. The second reason on why we should maintain a healthy lifestyle is to prevent obesity or the risk of injury. There's a quote by Jordan Metzl that says, "Exercise is the best preventive drug that we have, and everybody needs to take that medicine." I agree with him. I agree that exercise is the best way of medicine, because in 2014, according to the state of obesity, 1/3 of adults and children in the United States were obese. And so that's 1/3 of the population. And the United States has 300 million people. So say 100 million people in the United States are obese. And so that's really shocking to me. I feel really disappointed because I know that we have all sorts of technology. We have treadmills, weights, etc. And many people aren't taking advantage of the tools that we have in the 21st century to prevent those things from happening. Many people choose instead an unhealthy diet. Many people choose instead to not work out. They decide to live a sedentary lifestyle. And so when you consume food, when you consume junk food, it goes through your body. The fat, if you don't exercise, it stays there, and through time it accumulates. And you end up gaining weight, you might end up obese, and then that changes your lifestyle. Becoming obese is a whole new different lifestyle because you're unable to do certain things. It prevents you from living a certain life, and it's more troublesome. And so it's preventable. From being obese and losing weight, it's possible to make it happen, but it's much more of a struggle. So why not just start eating healthy and exercising? Good. And so now I'm going to tell you 3 actions that you should take in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle. First, exercise. Just go to the gym, go for a walk, go for a jog. Just 30 minutes to an hour of your time a day, it's not a lot. To take care of yourself, it's not a lot, honestly. And so by just taking a simple walk, you're already doing what's sufficient enough for you to take care of your body and yourself. Second, eat healthy. Go to B Plate. Get a fruit cup at B Caf. Things like that, they will help your body. Eating fruits and vegetables, they contain antioxidants, which decreases the risk of cancer. Eat fish, they contain omega-3 and omega-6, which stimulates your brain. Things like that will help and are beneficial towards your body and yourself. Third, take a physiological science class at UCLA. I'm taking a phi-sci class right now. And ever since I'm taking that class, I'm becoming more aware of the risks of these diseases and the foods. And so I believe that if we all take it, we'll become more aware as well.
Okay.
And now the benefits of these actions are that, for starters, researchers believe that through time, our health, our diet, and our obesity rates are going to go up. We could be that change, and we can prove those statistics wrong. We could go out there right now, we could exercise. All of us will be contributing to, proving those statistics that are condemning us wrong. And second of all, we'll be showing that love and commitment to loving ourselves even more. And so in summary, I have told you 2 reasons on why you should maintain a healthy lifestyle, and 3 actions that you should take and the benefits of it. There should be no doubt in this room that you should maintain a healthy lifestyle. And oh baby, you should go and love yourself. That's what Justin Bieber says. And yes, go and be a believer and go love yourself by exercising and maintaining a healthy diet. Thank you.
Thank you.
6'10".
6'10". Ouch.
Hi, I'm Malia.
Hi, Malia.
So for what I really liked your speech. I thought that your initial hook about your grandmother made a real big emotional connection to the audience, and we felt your emotions, so that was really good. And you had a lot of credibility by citing your sources, the articles and the professor.
And the dates.
Yes.
Yes. Improvement, sir.
Felix.
Hi, Felix.
Hi, Felix.
I really like your speech, although I would not go to B Plate. I feel you really are knowledgeable about being healthy. But I can say for improvement was that just practice makes perfect. You were a little shopping that you kind of lost train of thought periodically. So I guess practice it more so it can flow a little better and come to you.
Thank you. Brian, yes. Thank you for doing the research and citing it fully. Well done. Well done. Arguments from authority, which is what we're trying to practice. You clearly demonstrated that you understood that part of the assignment, so I'm very happy about that. Your grandmother is passing. I'm sorry about that, but it was a good moment and a good emotional connection to make for your audience, and you used it for the diabetes story and motivation for yourself and for your audience. So it was excellent, and you used it as part of your significant statement. On your main body, you cited the CDC in 2014. You cited your own professor and the chemicals in French fries, etc. Your second reason, you talked about exercise from a sports medicine expert in 2014, you told us. So that was good. You need to very seriously, when you're given a time limit, adhere to it and practice and make sure that you're sticking to the time limit, because I don't know if you practiced under time conditions or not, but you were almost a minute and a half over, and that's really a way over, and you could have pulled out some of your extra evidence and stuff like that to get through it. For example, when you got to your concrete actions and you saw that your time was running out, you could have just said, exercise, jog, 2, go to B Plate, 3, take a physiology class. There's 15 seconds, and you've still accomplished everything, and you're not overtime, right? Yeah. Say the word summary, please, when you perform these actions. And say the word benefits. Your summary was good. Your tie back to Justin Bieber, one of my heroes, was good for this audience, I suppose. You said, do not stutter, move naturally, do not get lost within my own speech. How did it go?
Well, I felt like I naturally moved on. I feel like I'm improving on that.
Yes.
Do not stutter.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I didn't have that much trouble stuttering.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what was the third one?
Naturally move. Don't get lost within your own speech.
I did not get lost within my own speech, but there were times where I just lost my train of thought, and like I felt like there was something else I wanted to say instead of what I had in my speech. So I just felt that it was not like it was not like forgetting, but it was just like changing it up a little.
Okay. Let me quickly say two more things. When you watch yourself tonight on YouTube, you will see that you limit yourself to your hand gestures below the waist. You never come up here with them out like this. So I'd like to see you move your hands much more than just down here. Okay? Secondly, it was a simple message. What was unexpected?
What was unexpected?
Just be honest. You didn't put anything unexpected in there, right? Okay, good. So everyone check you A's, B's, and D's. Check to make sure, because I'm going to ask every one of you this. And you had good credibility, both yourself and from your sources you cited. It wasn't too abstract. It was concrete, and there were good stories, grandmother, etc. So you did a good job, except for going over a minute and a half. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to Malia. Hi, Malia.
Yuli, you always do that.
Malia stands before you, managing attention, communicating respect non-verbally. Can you take a step forward, please? Yeah, that's better. Ooh, the camera just said, change me. So we will obey, lest we lose the first.